guys. I'll never get to eat my semla, okay? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's some good semla, dude. That's some good Swedish semla. God damn. Boy. That's made all my shit like, god damn. When will I get to eat you? When will I get to consume you? Oh, I was supposed to eat you right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a re-recording because we actually had a technical issue. I forgot to turn off my mute when I was recording my video, and then also when I was processing it, I didn't realize that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with a re-recording of this whole subject. So, either way, that's fine though. At least now, I've got some of my thoughts a little bit better thought out, so we'll be able to go, through this in a better manner than the original video. So that is totally fine. It's a re-recording. Please do note that I'm redoing all this. So let's get into the actual content. I had to delete the original video, which is really annoying because people seem to really, be excited for it. But, guys, it's fine. We're going to redo it, and we're going to re-upload it, and it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, guys. We're fine. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Let's just get right into the content, guys. But before we do, any of that, I want to just quickly get a shout out to a specific individual, which is going by the name of Solian Art. Now, Solian Art is the reason I'm actually doing this video, because Solian Art was the person who basically made the designs, all the designs that are going to be featured in this video. So please do check out Solian Art's Instagram account. Go show some love. Give a follow. Please do that. It'd be really freaking appreciated, guys, because Solian Art's just done some amazing freaking work over there. So do check out, Solian Art's work. Please do. Please. So let's get into the actual content, shall we? Right bloody now, which we're going to start off with a pretty interesting little form right here. So here it is, guys. Now, before we get actually into explaining what this boy is, this is, of course, a Oddish, I was going to say Alola form, but because we've already kind of had Alolan forms, but these would be known as Galar forms. Now, it isn't guaranteed we're going to get those, but there has been people like Stealth40k on Twitter saying that insiders are saying we're definitely going to be seeing the return of, Alola form-esque Pokemon. And I'm loving this design, by the way, by Solian Art here. Like, this is looking bloody amazing. I love this. Why do I like it? Well, because, first of all, Oddish just doesn't get enough love in general, and basing it on, like, a root-based fruit or whatever, like, I'm not sure what the English word is for it. Like, I'm thinking Rotfrukt in Swedish, which is, like, the word that comes to my mind. Again, I'm sorry, my English is not the best. I am Comrade Raffled. I not speak good English, okay? But genuinely, though, it gives me the feeling that I had of when I first saw, like, what's that boy called again? Also, Instagram, by the way. I'm on Instagram, and this shit is like super, like all over the place. I get so many notifications. I'm gonna leave that phone over there, let it die. But back to the actual design, though, which I really want to talk about, because I actually think this is one of the designs that makes a lot of sense. Now, think about where we start in the actual Galar region, the actual area we start in terms of the map. If I actually can get you the map as well, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. But when you look at the map and where you start from, there's one interesting factor that I want to bring up, and that is the fact that it's a very countryside-esque area. And I don't think we really had that level of, like, countryside before in the Pokemon game, but I want to show it on a map specifically as well, and show you exactly what I'm talking about and why that fits in well. Because I think it would make sense to see a Alolan, Oddish-esque style. I mean, not Alolan, but Galaran, or Galarian, which I'm still kind of stuck on the names. Would Galar form or Galarian form make more sense? Which one is the actual best way to say it? Let me know in the comment section down below, guys. Are you hashtag Galar form or hashtag Galarian form? Let me know, guys. Let me know. But, these would make a total sense to actually have in that area. Now, why? Well, I'll show you an image of the actual map and show you exactly what I'm thinking of, because there's a lot of, like, farms there, right? There's a lot of countryside farms. There is a lot of fertile ground for these things to just be hiding in the ground and popping out of nowhere. I mean, honestly, if this game had overworld Pokemon, I think these would be the coolest sort of designs to have for that. Why? Well, I mean, literally, they're little, like, freaking root fruits just jumping out of nowhere would actually make a lot of sense. And here's the map, so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. So on the map here, you'll see that down here at the bottom, we've got a lot of farmland, right? There's a lot of farmland down here. I mean, look at the amount of it, right? You got a lot of farmland. So imagine these little boys just hiding in the ground, just underground, and just popping up whenever. Also, I love the colors in this, by the way, mixing in that beautiful, like, color of the root fruit. I mean, I'm not sure exactly which one it is. I'm kind of thinking of like this is a specific fruit, like, that I don't know the English word for, but I know the Swedish word for, which is rödbeta, which I don't know, like, what that, like, it's called in English, but that kind of reminds me of rödbeta, like that specific, like vegetable, whatever, or like root fruit, so to say. I say root fruit, it just sounds so weird when I say it that way, but that's kind of what it reminds me of, though, and that's why I think this design, in my personal opinion, definitely makes a lot of sense, and it would be really cool to see. And Alola had only, like, Gen 1 Pokemon, so I get that maybe you wouldn't want this. You might be like, oh, but we already had a bunch of Gen 1 Pokemon get, a bunch of love, but that's also why I probably should have mentioned at the start of the video. I would kind of want to see, more Pokemon from just other regions as well, and the one that's coming up next year will make a lot more sense to you. So let's jump over to the next one, ladies and gentlemen, which is going to be this design right here. Again, all made by Solian nuts, and this is my favorite. Like, oh my god, so we got Hoothoot and we've got Noctowl. I mean, first of all, let's start with Hoothoot, right? It is so cute and so badass. I mean, the colors on this thing look amazing. Now, of course, we are going to a region that's based on the UK. The Galar region is based on the UK, straight up. It's undeniable, it's based on the UK, based on all the hints and all the stuff that's clearly pointing towards being the UK. And now, when I think of the UK, I think of a little boy that, you know, that was a character created, a little boy character created by a woman in the UK, a lady that made a bunch of books, and those books were made into movies, and that boy was a character who had an owl, and that boy also went to a school, and in that school, they went all like Wingardium Leviosa on those asses, if you know what I'm talking about, because I'm talking about your boy Harry P. Potter, bitches. Yes, I'm talking about Harry Potter, ladies and gentlemen. And when I think of like the UK, what comes to my mind is like owls, Harry Potter, tea, the Queen, corgis, and also hooligan fans that watch football and are really, really loud, as well as like Manchester United. That's what comes to my mind when I think the UK. That is what comes to my mind. So having an owl, like, you know, form, a new form for like a Noctowl and Hoothoot makes 100% sense in my opinion. Like, genuinely, it is the most logical thing I can think of. Now, first of all, let's just talk about the designs here to begin with. I love that Hoothoot isn't like, you know, kind of this gooey-eyed, lost thing in this design. It looks far more fierce, and if anything, I think this is the sort of Pokemon, I think like Noctowl and Hoothoot are the, like, if anything, the most likely Pokemon to get, like, Alolan forms. I genuinely feel like that. Most likely to get Alolan forms. Why? But because I think Gen 2, since we're going to get Let's Go games in the future as well, like, they already confirmed they're going to be doing more Let's Go games if Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee do good, which they did, by the way. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee sold like 10 million copies. If those games did good, they were going to do more Let's Go games. So the next games in line now would be Let's Go Johto, right? So we'd be going to Johto. Now, for Johto, it would make sense for us to have a few, like, you know, once we jump over there, you know, to Let's Go Johto, to have a few, like, new forms for that region to show up as well, right? You know, to bring along, that we can kind of trade with players like we did in Kanto. If we wanted like a Alolan Sandshrew, we had to trade our, you know, our normal Sandshrew, I think, for like an Alolan one, right? So something like that would be so cool to see, and seeing like a Noctowl show up like this, because I mean, look at the design though. When you look at this, it kind of reminds me of the fact that maybe we could see like in these upcoming games, like in Sword and Shield, potentially see the, you know, the ability for us to actually have like, you know, seasons going on again, because we had that like in Unova somewhat, but we haven't really seen seasons much since then. Like, they haven't really been utilized, and people have been saying that it looks like there could be a possibility for that in these upcoming games, which if there is, oh my lord, that would be fantastic. And when you see there, you can see kind of like the design of this Noctowl is based to be more like in autumn, you know what I mean, like in autumn season. And I can imagine this thing just hanging around in a forest during autumn when the leaves are just blowing down. It's getting a little bit colder. It's like the perfect weather, dude. And this thing is just kind of chilling up in the trees. Like, genuinely would be making so much sense. And the colors match it really well. If you look at the color balance that was used there by Solian, it makes 100% sense, and it matches up perfectly. In my opinion, it looks bloody fantastic. It is the one Pokemon that I adore so much from this, I mean, from the Generation 2 games. I mean, I love Generation 2. For those who do not know me, Gen 2 is my favorite generation. It's Gen 2, Gen 3, those two are my favorites, but Gen 2 comes first for me. So, I love Generation 2. I love Noctowl. I genuinely love Noctowl. You know, I'm Ruffled Rowlet, right? My mascot is a owl. Come on now. Like, so of course I'd love another owl Pokemon like this. I love owls. They're some of the coolest animals ever. They're weird, they're sketchy, but I freaking love them, and their heads are all twisty and shit. And that's what's so awesome about them. So, I'd love to see not a Alolan form, but a Galar form or Galarian form for Noctowl, 100%, ladies and gentlemen, 100%. But we ain't done though, because we got more, ladies and gentlemen. We got more. Now, this image right here, what does this remind you of? Well, this looks like Fletchling. Now, I want to bring something up, because there was a design here that was made for me. You probably saw in the thumbnail here. That was made for me specifically by Solian, because I requested it, and I said, hey, could you make this? And Solian was a freaking saint and did this, so please check out Solian's Instagram. Show him some love. So definitely please do that. But Solian, you're just thank you so much. Thank you. So here's what we got though. So we got this, and when I saw that, I was like, what if we get like this? Like, when I see this, right? I see the circle, which is a sun, and I see the little sea over here, which is like a crescent moon, right? So sun and moon. And I see a Fletchling up there, which is one of the Pokemon, like, you know, early Pokemon you find in the Kalos region. And since there's connections between Kalos and whatnot, I was thinking, could this be hinting that we might see like a new form of Fletchling, like a Galarian version of it, because the regions are different, you know. Kalos has got a different typography and like kind of general like feel to it than this new region, which is more vibrant and more, you know, flourishing and, you know, flora and that sort of stuff. Like, it's so much more of that. And then we got this. ladies and gentlemen, this would be a flying grass type Fletchling, a Galarian Fletchling, ladies and gentlemen, and look at this cute design. I mean, honestly, again, it gives you that feeling, like the same way that we saw from the other design a second ago of, you know, Noctowl being like this really clean, you know, nice, you know, beautiful kind of autumn-esque, you know, design. I can imagine this little boy just hiding around in the grass, going around, ruining the plants of like farmers and stuff in your hometown by just eating the seeds and stuff, which, you know, they've been planting in the ground for, you know, like actual stuff to grow. These just guys, like these little bastards just going around like eating it all up. And since Fletchling is based on like, I think a robin, like on the bird, the robin bird, right? And which is also like one of the, I think one of the like national birds for the UK. I could be wrong about that. Please don't like quote me on that one, but I'm pretty sure that might be, you know, that might be the case. It would make sense to see this little boy like showing up again, you know, but in a new form, being flying grass, which really makes me intrigued into how this would look like if it evolved into, you know, Talonflame eventually. Like, how would that look like, and what would you do with the name? Because I don't think Talonflame would work as Talonflame. And it's unlikely we'd see, I mean, maybe we see Fletchling only, because we did also see Pokemon like, you know, Alolan Marowak, right? Alolan Marowak was, you know, had its own form, but we didn't see anything for Cubone. Cubone didn't get an Alolan Cubone form, right? So it wouldn't be surprising if we saw, like, you know, Fletchling get a form like this, but maybe, you know, Talonflame would be something different, or maybe even change the name of Talonflame or something like that, right? Or maybe it can't evolve besides maybe, you know, this, or, you know, this evolution, and can't go higher, or it evolves into a slightly different Talonflame that's maybe got its name changed to Talonblame or some shit. I don't know. I mean, and anything is possible, honestly. Anything is possible. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the general gist of it, though. I love this design. Again, thank you to Solian so much for making this. I freaking appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I freaking love you. Thank you so much. Thank you for making this. Like, this looks so awesome. I love this. This is so freaking cute. And I'd love if this was actually, like, a real thing, because I personally love Talonflame, and I'd love to see it, like, actually change a little bit, like, away from that flame part of it and into something, you know, slightly different. It would be really cool to see that. But again, a big thank you to Solian for making this. Everything is linked down below. If you guys want to also check out my Instagram, I've apparently got one right now. And yeah, this is, I posted about, like, the video going up, but then I had to take it down because, you know, I mean, you all saw what happened, ladies and gentlemen. You all saw what happened. It was, let's just say depressing. That's all I'm going to say. But ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the video, guys. If you want to just drop a like down below, that'd be appreciated. Also, hit that freaking, you know, subscribe button if you want to see more content. And also, ladies and gentlemen, we still have shirts on the sale. We got shirts being sold still on the Teespring website. It's going to be all linked down below. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I apologize for the re-upload. I, of course, had to redo this whole video because, I mean, literally, I had issues with the bloody, you know, thing just literally not having audio. So, we're back, though, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Rolf Rowlett. Have yourselves a great day, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you all later, I guess. Either way, have yourselves a great day, and bye-bye.